We are live right now. Welcome to Academy Sports Show. Coming from you live from wherever you're watching. Coming from you live from Facebook. Coming from you live from YouTube. Coming from you live from, well, those two places. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it oh so much. We want to get you guys all the way to the modes of our social media, both being Instagram and Facebook. Make sure you like everything Academy Sports Show there. Search it, like it, share it. But the most important being YouTube. We are live on YouTube right now. We want everybody to flood the YouTube. We want you to follow us on YouTube and trigger that bell. That way you get a notification every time we go live. It is a Monday night. It is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are on time. Sometimes, give or take 5 minutes or so. But if you trigger that bell, you know when we go live. Excuse me. That way, that way we can see you in the comment section, going off on us, telling us whether you agree or you disagree, giving us a whole different perspective, or throwing a whole different topic out than what we even talking about. We love it all. You are a part of the show. You are more of this show than we are, so we appreciate you. You drive us. You drive the content, so thank you so very much. Make sure you share as you watch today. I'm your host, Andre Douglas, and with the rundown, you see my man's over here, your host, Joel Williams.
I'm going to get that right. I'm going to try it. It's the opposite direction.
Opposite direction.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's show. It was 62 degrees today.
Hey.
I always got to get a little quick weather report. It's getting warmer in the D. Hopefully, it's the same for you wherever you are. Big show ahead tonight. We got a lot to talk about, man. What a weekend. Nice little weekend in sports. We did a little all-star recap. Did you watch the game this Sunday? Did you enjoy it? Was it the typical all-star weekend? No. But we're going to talk about how did you feel. We'll recap it a little bit, share our thoughts. Slam dunk competition, three-point competition, skills competition. We'll talk through it, see how you feel. Also, we're giving out an award tonight, mid-season MVP award in the NBA. It's tradition. We do it all the time. Middle of the pack. Everybody comes back this coming Wednesday and Thursday. A lot of guys were hurt. A couple of surprise teams, a couple of teams at the top that a lot of people didn't expect to be there in Philly and Utah. So we're going to give out a little mid-season MVP award. Tough week in the Big Ten. Real tough week. Michigan lost 2 out of 3, losing to Illinois, winning against Michigan State at home, and then losing again to Michigan State at home. I don't know. Let's talk through it. What do you guys think? Bad losses, learning, morale, or moral victories, things you can learn from going into the Big Ten tourney this week, double bye. Eli Brooks is hurt. He got hurt during the last Michigan State game. Those are the things that you always fear. Injury. He seems like the glue guy. Both games that he did not play, they lost. So we'll share our thoughts on that. Plus, we've been on our top 25 journey. We are in the top 10, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the top 10. If you go to my IG page at JWill02 or go to Dre's IG page at Dre_on-air, check out our stories, man. We're asking for your vote. Take a look at our list. From 25 down to 11, give us your opinion. Who's got the better list? Vote. Tell us what you think. Tonight we share 10 through 6, and we get ready to prep you guys for next week's top 5. It's going to be interesting. Last week, if you saw the show, you know that there were a couple of people on Dre's list that I didn't have on my list, and a couple people on my list that Dre didn't have on his, because both of us were saying top 5 or top 10 is where those guys should be. So we'll see. I'm sure there'll be a debate. Also, breaking news. It pays to have ESPN up in front of me, being able to watch the ticker. But breaking news, Dak Prescott, the Cowboys reach a 4-year deal for $160 million.
Dak won.
Which includes a record $126 million guaranteed contract.
Dang.
Dak won.
Dak won.
Dak won. Wow. Plus, we got a new game for you called the Eliminator. We'll share it with you at the end of the show. Get you guys ready for that. But that, and as you can see, much more, because you can see breaking news. You heard it here first if you were listening to us when it broke. Dak signs 4-year deal with the Cowboys. All tonight. Let's talk about it on the Academy Sports Show.
Well, let's start there. I don't know. Can you share that? Can you go on ESPN and share that? Throw that up.
I sure can.
Dak Prescott re-signs with the Dallas Cowboys 4 years, which first indicated that he won because the pettiness of 4 years and 5 years, it seems like, was a major issue, right? He got his 4 years. He wanted to be able to re-up and after, still being his prime instead of having that 5th year. And how much guaranteed?
4-year, $160 million, including a record $126 million guaranteed.
100. So he's first paid 160, but 120 is guaranteed.
126 of it is guaranteed.
Wow.
First 3 years of the deal averaged $42 million per.
Ooh.
Cowboys announced they agreed to a contract with Prescott, but did not disclose the terms. As you guys know, this has been covering over the last 3 seasons. He was franchised. He was about to get franchised again for $37 million this year, but they got it done.
They got it done. Wow.
He is now. Let's see here. Cowboys wanted a commitment of 5 years or more. Prescott's side wanted a 4-year deal.
Yep.
Deal is complete. Now they're going to focus on contending for a Super Bowl. Expectations will be even greater on Prescott to deliver. They don't have any other specific deals yet because they didn't disclose the terms.
Well, I mean, what? Kirk Cousins got 100, right? Guaranteed or something like that. So
yeah, well, he pretty much got his whole contract guaranteed, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, listen, the brothers paid. The drama's over. They are married at the hip. Now you got to go ball. Now you got to go show you worth it.
Yeah. And what I'm interested to see is what are the terms? Is this 3 with a player option? Like, I want to see that of the 4. Also, does this getting done mean that they're Super Bowl contenders? Absolutely not. Like, no. He's important. They suck without him, right? But this is also a team that's been very underwhelming and underperformed with him. When healthy, they still weren't world beaters.
Right.
Interesting.
They got the weapons, right? Offensive line was banged up last year, so hopefully that comes back. Defensively was their major issue, right? They bought a bunch of players and they didn't produce. Defense was horrible.
They always have a great linebacker that is a wonderful with a long last name that never stays healthy. Never.
Referring to Leighton Vander Esch.
Yeah. Every year, dude.
And his predecessor, Sean Lee.
Yes. Every year, these guys are supposed to be the best of the best, and they always get hurt. It's like neck injury after neck injury.
They got Jalen Smith, who's a good middle linebacker as well, but everybody else, D-line, corner, safeties, it's all suspect. So can they compete in the NFC East? Of course.
Yes.
I mean, Washington is just all defense there. Don't know who their quarterback is going to be. Eagles seems like they're trying to commit to Jalen Hurts, but that team is always decimated.
Yeah, that team's horrible.
New York, that's the only other team that I can see contending. Up and coming coach, Saquon Barkley coming back, but their quarterback and defense situation is always iffy as well. So, do they have the inside track to win the NFC East? Yes, because they have a great number 1 receiver. Not great, but they got a good number 1 receiver, Amari Cooper. They got a good running back. They got a good quarterback. The triplets are kind of cemented. So they definitely have more of an inside track to win that division. Super Bowl contenders, definitely not. Definitely not Super Bowl contenders.
I like this. Laura says, pay Dak to go 9-7 or 8-8. That's real.
That's real.
That's fair. I would agree with that 100%.
I'm not a huge Dak is great quarterback guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's definitely worth it for that team and that franchise. Like, where else would you go? You know, the whole Russell Wilson thing, was there. Do you flip him for Russell and stuff like that? But now that you've committed to him, now let's really look at his skill set. Is he really a top tier, second tier, third tier quarterback? I don't know. Like, this, he got to start proving himself now. They definitely were bad without him. That is proven. But can he elevate this team and this franchise?
Yeah, I'm at the top half of the second tier. That's where I'm at with him. He's not a top tier guy to me. He was having a career year before he went down last year. Nobody likes to see that. You're right. I need to see him put his play with this contract.
Okay.
They paid him like he's a top tier guy. He's a second tier, top half of the second tier guy to me. He definitely has to play this out, and we got to see it. I hate now. What I hope he doesn't get judged on is not having a great supporting cast. On paper, they have it. They've got weapons on offense. He's got a number one receiver. He's got a secondary guy. Heck, he's got a third guy. You got a legit running back. The O-line was decimated, like you said. If they could get back to having those great offensive lines like they've traditionally had, then they potentially could be a dangerous team. And that's where you see him play this contract and you see $100 million guy. So that's what I want to see. I want to see a guy who's worth 146. Okay. Or, I'm sorry, 160.
Jesus.
126 guaranteed. Congratulations to you, sir.
Jesus.
You win.
So you would say top tier would be what? Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson?
I mean, you got to put Brady up there, right?
Brady.
The GOAT's there. Isn't the GOAT there until he's not the GOAT?
Right. I mean, Russell Wilson, top six quarterbacks. Are we?
I don't know if I'm putting. Name that list. I don't know if I'm. Is Lamar there because is Lamar there because of the quarterback piece or because of the athletic piece?
I mean, he's a quarterback. He's a former MVP.
All right, then, yeah, those are good six.
All right,
and then he's on the second. I think Dak's on the second tier.
Dak's on the second tier. This list is wonky. I think this is a list from like 2 years ago. Prescott, Stafford,
Goff,
Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Josh Allen.
Yeah. Although Allen's ascending.
Yeah.
Kobe's, who cares what they think about him? 120. Yeah, I mean, 126 million reasons to not care what people think, for sure.
You can divide up some of those top tier guys and make them 1 and 2. But yeah, he's there. He's there. I'll put him there. Yeah, 126 guaranteed, bro. More power to you. Now you got to back it up. Now you got to win football games. You won. You officially won. You waited them out. This is the year of the quarterbacks getting exactly what they wanted, and he got exactly what he wanted. Now, spotlight's on you, sir. Spotlight is totally on you. All the pressure's on you. Jerry Jones will not pull any punches with you.
Right.
You are the star. You are the logo. You're the guy. You're the Troy Aikman. So now you got to make it happen. Unfortunately, your expectation now put on you is Super Bowl or bust, and that's unfair because the team around you is not prepared for that run.
We'll see how they draft. We'll see if they can draft themselves an O-line and get back in it.
So you know what's going to be number one in all news tomorrow.
Oh, sure. Sure. This will start. Yeah, this will start tonight.
And one last thing, bro. So to those that are coming into the show now, Joel has posted on his stories because he thought I was biased on my stories. So if you could put like a little ticker or something or a little something that says, hey, live poll up on my page, Joel's page, and on the Academy Sports Show page, you want to get an honest live poll right now. Live poll of the list before we get to the top 25 and reveal who wins where. We get a live poll. If you already voted, don't vote twice. They'll vote on more than one poll. We get a live poll. So go to my IG, go to Joel's IG, go to the show's IG, which you should be following all of them already, and vote on our top 25. We'll get to that in the next 30, 40 minutes or so. Cool?
Cool.
Go. All right. So let's get to the rundown. Thank you, Dak Prescott, in your breaking news. All right. So there was a thing Sunday. There was a thing called All-Star Day.
Am I adding? I'm sorry. Am I adding?
Yes.
All right.
There was an All-Star Day. You know?
All-Star Day.
There was an All-Star Day. There was an All-Star Sunday. Pandemic happened. There was no All-Star. Players were getting a week off. Adam Silver said, hey, you know, things are starting to open up. Let's just do it. Let's just crush it all in one day. Did you enjoy NBA All-Star Sunday?
I am a bona fide yes.
Okay.
On that question. I enjoyed the overall presentation of All-Star Sunday.
I think they should keep doing it in one day.
That's an interesting question. So, I don't know though. The Saturday night feel though, that entertainment of it with the guys on the sideline dressed to impress and being a part of it. I missed that. I missed that part of the Saturday night.
The guys that are playing in the game?
The guys that aren't playing.
What I mean, once the world opens back up, they'll still be there.
Oh, the guys that the guys that are playing in the game, usually on Saturday night, they're there dressed to impress, chilling with the stars, all the people that flock to the city. I missed that part.
Okay.
Brother, I did miss that piece of it, but I was still entertained by it.
Yeah. It was early, so that's probably, you know, the backhand of it. You know, all the skill stuff happened around 6 o'clock,
6:30.
Right? So, you know, pregame probably started around 4, 5 o'clock.
The big fellas won again.
Yep, Sabonis. So that part, yeah, but I can see when everything gets to a good point. Like, if you just pack it all in one day, you get these guys more of a break. I mean, they came out and watched the slam dunk contest. And like, what kind of really halftime do you really need just playing an all-star game, right? And then once everything opens back up, the other guys who didn't make it, they'll be there. Now, the biggest difference will probably be, you know, you can have more players participate instead of just the guys that are being in the game. You know, they tried to cut down the travel and stuff like that. You know, for the guys who are in the game, those are the guys that that participated in like the skills and the 3-point challenge, other than the dunkers. But I think I like it condensed down to one day.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not ready to give up on the old way. Maybe that's just not wanting to let go. Kobe said if you can go to the weekend for the full experience, then this would have been whack. But since no one was there, one day worked. Yeah, like it. I feel like it definitely worked.
It's an experience, I guess.
And yeah, we knew it, but it's something about it, and it's something I want to do one day. So I got to hold on to the old way. I can't sell the new age event just yet. But it was enjoyable. I thought the dunk contest was meh, but
that's every year.
Yeah, and it was short, which I guess was okay. They changed the rules to make sure we didn't watch 50 misses before we got a dunk.
Right.
So that was cool. The best competition of the night to me was the 3-point contest.
Yep.
So those guys put on a shooting display, and the skills competition was entertaining as well.
Yep. Kobe said it's all about the money. They had to get it done. You know, you can see the writing on the wall. I appreciate them going out there and doing that. It seems like, you know, even you said it when we was watching the game, it seemed like, you know, all the backlash that they felt about it, it all went away once they started playing the game. They enjoyed playing an all-star game.
Whoa. Declaration time. He is the greatest shooter of all time, the Gushote. You mean the good? You mean the good show, right? This is the good show.
Good sat.
Good shot.
The go sat.
The go shat, the greatest shooter of all time, right? Not the goat, but the greatest shooter of all time. My dad said, really no difference in the show. The game is a joke. The other events are okay. He's a purist. He's an old school purist. Because the game is entertaining. I actually like the 3/4. I
like the new format, the cumulative score.
Yeah, I like the 3/4 of madness and then the fourth quarter of let's lock down and play some real defense.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that one team was extremely better than the other one. Team
Durant was trash. LeBron was like, "You giving me this guy? Oh, I'm gonna take him. Go keep picking your teammates. Pick all the teammates you want. I'm picking ballers."
Kobe says Chef Curry was chefing it up. That kiss the rim dunk was something else. Were you feeling the kiss the rim dunk?
I'm with the old heads on that one. He should have actually kissed the rim.
I need him to kiss it.
He would have busted up all of this, but it would have been worth it. Or at least a little closer.
Seen before.
Yeah.
Deuce's dad says, "Yep, the show. The show." All right, cool. It was fun listening to Reggie talk about who he wanted to take the last shot. Do you have that in the deck or no? We need to throw that question out there.
I mean, listen. If it's a wide open 3, I'm taking Steph.
Right. Who are you taking? Who are you taking with a man on you?
In the league right now. In the league right now. I need a 3.
I need a 3 to win, and I got a man on me. We can't listen. We call timeout, ball inbound to your guy. You're going to stand in this corner, dribble, and he's either going to make a move and shoot or he's going to call somebody out for a pick and roll and he's going to shoot. Where do you want the ball to be?
Okay, at number 3, I'm picking Luka Doncic.
Okay.
At number 2, I'm picking Damian Lillard. At number 1, I'm picking Steph Curry.
You out of your mind. You are out of your mind.
I'm picking Steph Curry. He just knows where the rim is.
Sir.
Even if it's dribble, pick, step back, launch. It still has – you can't tell me anything leaving his hand doesn't have a chance.
Everything leaving his hand has a chance. I'm not saying it doesn't. But what I am saying is Steph is it's hard to even do this, right? But when you see it happen, there's a guy named Dame Lillard that you've seen in this moment and you feel it. It's more Dame's time. Dame is built for that moment. Steph, we ain't seen Steph really be built for that moment. Now, here's the shot I remember. Crossing half court, Oklahoma City, right?
Yep.
No hand in his face. For some reason, my man was playing.
They didn't know. That was the beginning. That was the beginning. They didn't know he was going to do that.
Right, but I'm saying, still, like, he usually does it, and he's got a little air. Dame is a killer. Dame is a hand-in-your-face guy.
Yes.
I gotta go with the same 3 guys, but Dame's my number 1.
We picking straws here. We picking straws here. But I'll tell you what, all 3 of those guys are in my top 10. Only 2 of those guys are in yours. Boom! Make sure you guys go vote right now on anybody's poll. Make sure you go vote. Whose list is better?
Lawrence said it was something to watch on what has continued to be weekends of no football for the next several months. I'm with you on that, sir. When does football season start? Deuce's dad said he should have kissed the rim.
Should have kissed the rim.
Of course, Kobe agrees with you.
What are you talking about? What is the of course for?
Kobe's been on your side for the last few weeks.
That is not true. He voted for you on the poll.
Oh, thank you, Kobe. Go to my poll and vote as well. All right, next slide. Where are we going next?
That's funny. Shout out to Sabonis, Domantas Sabonis, Anthony Simons, Steph Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Great all-star day. I loved it.
And Dame Lillard hit the game-winning shot.
Also, the HBCU thing was nice too. Like the introductions, the money, the cause, like that all was great. That was great too. I hope they continue that.
My pops agrees with me. Leonard 1, Curry 2.
He means
Who, who's shooting it?
Leonard.
He means Lillard. He means Lillard. Damian.
No.
I hope you. Do you? You don't mean Kawhi
Leonard? He means Kawhi Leonard.
You mean Kawhi Leonard, or did you mean Damian Lillard?
Don't just take the dub. that looks more like Kawhi Leonard than Lillard to me.
It does.
He just took that dub, didn't he?
I know. I assumed he meant Lillard.
All right, who's your midseason MVP? We got guys in the running. It's actually, you know what? It's actually slow. There's no runaway guy this year. To me,
I don't think so.
There's no head over shoulders. This guy is dominating the league. This guy, okay.
I'll take the win. Thank you.
Take the win. There's no guy like absolutely dominating. There's no team that's absolutely dominating. It's a wide open race to me. And these were the 5 guys that were the most searched, the most talked about for MVP. Durant was in the discussion for a while till he got hurt for the last 3 weeks, so that kind of took him out the running. But who's your MVP mid-season so far? I don't think there's a wrong answer here.
Yeah, this one actually. I don't think there's a wrong answer. It's a tough one to me though. I think there are 2 guys to me that are trying to separate themselves. I'm gonna go and I never usually call this guy's name a lot because when he was where he was, we just hated the way they play basketball. But I'm going to go with James Harden. What he's done in Brooklyn, honestly, he might be the first guy I can say in a long time that changed their game.
Mm-hmm.
Because we definitely thought this was going to be just a lot of ball dominant guys and somebody was going to suffer. And he tends the ball stops whenever it gets to him. Sometimes it starts and ends with him.
Yep.
But what he has done, you got to give it to him. I mean, the assists per game number, where he's now the triple doubles have risen again, and it's a thing. It's a situation where it's the assist numbers are double digits, 15, 16, 17 assists. You got to give him credit. It's almost like he's the piece that they absolutely need. And one of the other 2 could take a back seat, which we probably know who that is. The only serious guy that came to play basketball yesterday. He seemed kind of angry at the All-Star game. But, talking about none other than Kyrie, super deep Irving.
Super deep.
Yeah, I'm going with Harden.
Let's see. James Harden averaging 25, 7, and 11 right now. 11 assists, 25, 7, and 11. Yep.
7 rebounds, 11 assists.
Yep.
Yeah, that's something.
They're on a win streak, winning 10 of the last 11 games going into the break. Most of that is without KD.
Yeah, they're gonna make me waffle before the playoffs get here.
Actually, I should have put that in the docket because now is the time. I'll give you one more week because tomorrow that's going to be on the slide, Doc. You either go back now or forever hold your peace. I'm not going to let you get all the way to the playoffs.
No, I'll wait till it's on the slide. I'll wait till it's on the slide. I'm not. You can't force me to answer.
Oh yeah, next week. Be ready.
All right.
We're not going to take this all the way to the playoffs. I'm not going to give you a large sample size to change your mind. Nikola Jokic is averaging 27, 11, and 6. So basically, the offense goes through him. The Jazz are in a good spot, and Jamal Murray isn't really helping them out. So, and this Nuggets team is very different than years past. So they lost a lot of key role players. So for them to still compete well, Jokic is on the list. Damian Lillard averaging 29, 4, and 8. As we know, the Portland Trail Blazers are always hurt. This time, no CJ McCollum, no Nurkic, and he's got these guys in the top half of the Western Conference. So he's like single-handedly keeping them in the race. LeBron James averaging 25, 8, and 7 for Los Angeles Lakers. I believe the Lakers are second or third in the league right now. No Anthony Davis.
Right.
His cape is there's been some holes in it this year though. So that would be the only thing that I would see that would keep him away from it if they have a longer stretch away with Anthony Davis and they struggle. And then Joel Embiid is averaging 30, 11, and 3. Averaging career highs in field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, best team in the East, and right now people have him as the favorite. So out of this list, I do like Embiid, I do like Bron, I do like Dame, I do like Jokic, but I'm with you. I think James has the inside track to the MVP, but I don't think he's going to keep it. So when Kyrie gets on and KD gets back, I expect his numbers to go down, and then it's really like whose team is it kind of situation where he would have to take a back seat to KD, and that's where I think Embiid might come out as the MVP when it's all said and done.
Okay.
For right now, mid-season MVP, I gotta go James Harden for what he did without KD.
Okay, all right, that'll be interesting to see the dynamic of that because so far. That's the one piece that's got me holding on to my other prediction, right? Is we haven't seen the three of them go through a whole stint of games that they win and lose. Somebody keeps getting hurt, and I think that the whole thing works if there's not three of them because it only becomes two guys like any other team. I think the three, again, ball-dominant guys, I think they're in the right positions. The one person that to me is the odd man is Kyrie because he's a point guard. He's a ball dominant scoring point guard. If he was a distributor, this team would be set and I'd be singing a different tune. So, yeah, it is going to be interesting to see do his numbers go down when guys are back in full strength and they're trying to play their way into good form and get ready for the playoffs.
True. All right. Let us know in the comment section. Let us know who's your mid-season MVP right now. We got 5 guys up. It could be somebody different in your opinion. A lot of people saying Steph Curry should deserves a vote or two. He's got the Warriors in 9th place, which is part of the play-in scenario. And this team has been decimated and really looks different right now. So maybe Steph Curry is another guy that you throw in there.
Here's a question. Is Blake G going to help them or nah? How about nah?
Listen, Blake, everybody knows what Brooklyn needs, right? It's defense.
Interior defense.
Rim
protection.
Does not give them that.
He is not that guy.
Gives them more offense.
Barely.
Listen, if you could resurrect DeAndre Jordan, pick and roll, throwing it up, dunking, Blake can do the same thing. Blake is a second unit small ball center now. Unfortunately, that's where his career has taken him. But you can expect not to have a point drop off now when your second team comes in. He'll give you 25 minutes of good rotational stuff. Jeff Green is probably when you're playing behind Jeff Green, and it's pretty bad, but that's where your career has ended you up. And for a team that's dealing with a lot of injuries and you get one of the most injury-prone guys ever, that's kind of tough too. So it's yet to be seen. I don't think we're ever going to see this team at full strength. Somebody's going to be hurt one way or another.
Yeah. It might be Blake Griffin. When it's all said and done, yeah, this is a no for me. That's exactly what he did. He took a veteran's minimum. That's exactly what he wants to try to do is win a chip. He figures that's his best opportunity is to go there. But to your original question, does he help? No.
I mean, when you get bought out, I'm pretty sure he got broke off. So he made his money this year already.
Do you know how much money the Pistons gave him to leave?
What, like $20 million? How much?
$64 million.
Yeah. Gave you $64 million not to play basketball. Shoot, a couple years ago was the last time we was playing Josh Smith to not play basketball for us. They used to play him $5 million a year for like 10 years.
Oh my God!
Just to not play basketball for us.
I
When they
think
got
Josh
rid of his
Smith got a
contract.
check from the Pistons the other day. We was sitting up there judging dunks.
Jeez, trying to be evil judge. All right, here's something near and dear to your heart, sir. Near and dear. Losing to Illinois and Michigan State. Like you said, losing 2 out of the last 3 games since last we talked. Can you, like, just last week, can y'all pull up last week? We were pushing you. We were pushing you to make them the number 1 team in the country.
And what did I do?
We were begging you.
Yep.
And you stood pat. You said, I got to see. And, sir, you look so much better for it. Because these fools is messing up. Well, people say those are good losses. They got to lose. So they, know what to do and, all this winning. So is there such thing as a good loss? Are these good losses? Is one a good loss and the other is a bad loss? What do you
like?
Your emotions this weekend?
We hate losing. Like I hate losing. You learn, right? There's learning. There's learning. The Illinois game was a bad loss to me because I thought that it really exposed the weakness of the team, which was play everything tight, get them out of a flow of offense, and they struggle to find any rhythm and therefore don't score the ball. They just extended their defense out far. They forced guys into uncharacteristic turnovers, just bad entry passes, bad this, bad that, and you got to make shots. And so a couple of shots are made. Illinois runs off a couple of shots in, and it's over early. I just had a bad feeling about that game. And when it started out as just a slugfest. And Michigan was missing some good shots early, and I was just like, this doesn't feel right. And it snowballed into a bad situation. Sunday's game, I think I'll go good loss, even though you hate losing to your rival, especially after you just beat them by 20 on your home floor. Sunday's game is a reminder game. Hey, we still have work to do.
Yep.
That's what that game is. You gotta think these are college kids. You just beat this team on your home floor. You're going up on the bus ride. How hard can this be, right? Boom. They come out, they're more aggressive. You can't let a guy who averages 7 points a game score 20 on you. Stuff like that. So it's just one of those games where you got to point out, like, hey, this is not necessarily a wake-up call. It's just a reminder that you got to grind everything out in this conference, and you got to realize you're the Big Ten champs, and nobody's going to give you anything. You're going to get everybody's best shot, and on top of that, you're definitely going to get their best shot, considering that you just blew them out on your home floor.
Right.
So this had the makings of everything that you don't like as a Michigan fan. Last game of the season, going up there and then Eli Brooks goes down. To me, he's like the glue of the team. The only other game they lost this year was Eli not playing at Minnesota. So that was the other bad loss anyway, where they should have probably beaten Minnesota. He seems like the glue guy. So I'm going to go one bad loss, one good loss. The Illinois game to me was just one of those. I think that was a bad one. I didn't like how they played. I don't know if that was just getting caught up also energy-wise. That had been like their third game in like 6 days. But learning. You got to learn from these.
All right, so what position now do they go into? Now we're getting closer and closer to tournament time. They help Michigan State probably get into the tournament with that win. Is it just the Big Ten is hard, or holes in this in the armor now?
No, I think it's Big Ten's hard. The Big Ten's arguably toughest conference in basketball. Probably not even arguably, it just is right now. I don't think there's a tougher conference. I don't necessarily think there are holes. I think that this team is a Final Four team. They should be a number 1 seed. I think at the end of the day, they just have to understand that there's an intensity level that you have to play with every game. And I mean, the coaches have just got to drill that into them, and the leaders on the team have to see that and say that, and then y'all got to come out and 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 just play that out. That's just the bottom line. This team, when they're humming, when they're defending well, when they're aggressive on offense, when they're making smart plays, I mean, when they're doing all the right basketball things, they're a championship caliber team. This team can win a national championship. When they let other teams kind of take it to them and punch them, and then they don't punch back, that's when things get tough.
All right. So what's next?
Big Ten tourney. They have a double. They have a double bye, so I don't think they play again until Thursday or so. I think it's Thursday or Friday. I'm just hoping Eli Brooks gets healthy. To be honest with you, I think we should see Michigan, Illinois for a repeat of what just happened here. Hopefully, Michigan gets another shot. But I think you should see Michigan, Illinois in the Big Ten Conference Championship game. I think they're both number one seeds. And I think that'll be a great matchup. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I hope that it ends up being Michigan, Illinois in the Big Ten Championship game.
It's not really a realistic scenario where you don't see them making it to the conference to the final of the Big Ten championship, or them not being a number one seed in the tournament. Like, this team is talented enough to get to at least the championship of the Big Ten, and their record wise should definitely warrant a number one seed.
Yeah, I think that's how you have to look at it. Let me pull up the bracket here and see if there's any traps. I mean, Michigan's the 1, Illinois is the 2, Iowa's the 3, Purdue's the 4. So, if all 4 teams play, Ohio State's the 5. If all 4 teams play up to caliber, you'd be looking at a 1-4 matchup of Purdue, Michigan in the semifinal, Illinois, Iowa in the other semifinal. Assuming all things go as planned, Michigan should be in the Big Ten final, and Illinois should be there. Garza's the truth, but he doesn't have everything he needs on that Iowa team, and I think people have figured out how to beat them. So yeah, I think you should be looking at a Big Ten rematch of what just took place the other night in Ann Arbor.
So, all right, well, let's hope they get their stuff together. Real quick, Coach Jawan, get them together, man. Get them together.
Don't want to leave any comments out here. Kobe says, "What? $64 million to leave?" Responding to Blake. Lauren said, "Blake is at least thinking about winning. Also, he should be grateful to be out of the dumpster fire called the Pistons."
True.
We agree with that. Kobe says, "Hey, we're still champs." True. Nah, no good losses. Or our issue is we need Brooks on the court. Without him, we don't move the ball. Yeah, he's the glue. He seems to be the glue. And also, Wagner needs to wake up. P.S. You're not ready for the pros. Let's see about that. Lauren said Michigan should absolutely make it to the Final Four in this underwhelming year of college basketball. This is the year U of M. College basketball is awful this year. It is. It's very top heavy. It is not fun to watch. I think the Final Four could be it could be the 4 number ones that go in. It could be one of those years where everybody kind of rolls. But Gonzaga's is super scary, bro. Kobe says they're still the number one seed. My dad said each loss is a lesson. Stay focused, stay humble. Every game is important. Thanks for the comments, guys.
All righty. Hey, if you don't see that ticker down there, vote. Okay? It's come time. It's come time in the show. We actually got 2 interactive things today. I'm about to pull something out too. We got the poll first. So you see I'm gonna stop sharing for a minute. My IG, Joel's IG. You see the link up top, Academy Sports Show IG. Go on your phone and go right now. You understand me? Vote on these polls right now, because we about to see who won the week.
Right now, I'm winning 100% to 0.
Because you probably the only one that voted.
I didn't vote
on your poll.
I didn't vote on my poll.
We're going to tally all the votes, and let's see who wins, okay? So I'll give you 2 more seconds. 2 more seconds to go online. Go on IG. Hit the poll. Do not skip. I see every single one of y'all that skips. It burns my biscuits. You understand me? It burns me up. Just pick a side. Evaluate the list and pick a side. My side or Joel's side. Who would you have where? Whose list is more egregious? And pick the opposite. I one voter, Marcy voted
That's
for
on my Facebook.
Okay.
And this is on my IG.
It went away. Is that just 100% for you?
Okay. How do I see who it is though?
We got 2, huh?
How do I see who voted on my? Oh no, same thing. All right.
So we got 2 votes, Joel, right now. All right. Put the J, put the A. Uno, dos, Joel. All right, let's go. I'm gonna go to my Instagram first. My personal Instagram. Right now, I am leading 60% to 40%. Okay? The votes go. I got 1, 2, 3 votes me, 2 votes you, 1 being you, and the other one being Kobe. Okay? So y'all got y'all votes in. There you go. You can see it. All right. So that's 3-2. Uno, dos. 1, 2, 3. Right now, you're leading by 1 vote. Okay? Let's go to the show page. Show page. Academy Sports Show. Going to it. I'm leading 60% to 40%.
Same tally? Same voters. I cry foul.
Well, same voter being you. So you you etched yourself out. So now you're losing by more. So counting you out, that's 1, 2, 3 votes for me, 1 vote for you. Shout out to Johnny Drake for giving you a vote there.
Thank you, Johnny Drake.
But other than that, even people that's not even following me still picked me. Okay? All right. So, take your vote out. Give you your 1. Shout out to Corey. Okay, Coach Corey, I got you. You picked him. That's fine. All right? I'm going to see you next year. Or this season. I'm going to see you this season, Coach.
No threats allowed on this show.
Oh, actually, he voted for me. Never mind. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, look at that. He's not true, Corey.
You flipped on Kobe today.
I would have brought that in quickly.
1, 2, 3 for me. Yeah. So that I win by 1 vote.
All right, so far.
It was close. It was close.
It ain't over yet.
It was close. Pop, it don't count. You didn't vote on IG.
It ain't over yet. 10 through 6 today.
10 through 6. 10 through 6. And then I will come back if you can hook me up. I'll give it 1 more share here. Let's see. Bang. All right. So this was the list. These are our things. Okay. So right now, last week, Joe had Embiid, Jokic, Lillard, Irvin, Booker. Last week, I had Harden, Tatum, Mitchell, Irving, Beal last week. Okay. LeBron 10. LeBron 10. So those are our lists so far. Like Joe said, we're gonna do 10 through 6. Next week is the top 5, and this thing will be over, and we'll have the ultimate who won vote. So if this means anything to you, this whole long soliloquy of just trying to get y'all to vote, follow me on Instagram. Follow Joel on Instagram. Follow the show on Instagram. These polls is live, y'all. We need your help. My brother is discouraged right now because people not filling his list. I understand.
Just looking for votes.
All right, here we go. I can start. You want me to start?
Yeah, it's your turn.
All right, I can start. Number 11. Okay. Oh no.
Oh, number 10.
Number 10. Hold on. Where did I leave off at?
We're doing 10 through 6.
11 was James Harden. Okay, so number 10. And number 10, I got the Joker, Nikola. No. What's his real name?
Nikola
Jokic. I keep wanting to say Vucevic now. The Orlando guy.
Right.
Drake keeps that Joe is going to demand a recount. No recounts. I won. Okay.
Winning. You have not won yet. Winning.
I won last week. I won for the week. So I put Jokic there, MVP candidate. All the reasons I said before. He's winning right now without, a lot of help from Jamal Murray. A lot of guys missing. So definitely a top 10 talent. Mm-hmm. Definitely top 3 big men in the league. So I'm putting Jokic right there at number 10.
All right. My number 10 should not be here. All right. I agree. I owe one big man an apology.
Is this the clip for this week?
I owe one big man an apology. So my number 10 is Paul George. And it was based off a historic. Paul George is a scorer. He's a guy, but he should be in the 11 to 15 range. I have him too high. All right. I admit it. There you go.
So it shouldn't even be a poll.
What?
Next week. I just win it. You're freezing on me.
No.
You're freezing. No poll this week, right? I just won.
No, that's not what we're doing. We're doing a poll.
I mean,
hey man, we gotta let the people decide.
Okay. Okay. All right. So at number, are you done?
Number 9. Moving on.
Okay. All right. You didn't want to embellish on Paul George at number 10?
No.
Okay. Number 9, I got Joel Embiid. So I got the 2 big men back to back. These lists were submitted weeks ago. Didn't touch them. Haven't touched them. He is having an MVP season. MVP caliber player right now. Doc Rivers is doing great things with him, putting the ball in his hands. He had a 50-piece earlier last month. So Embiid is definitely doing his thing. So I got Embiid at 9. There's just a lot of guards and wings out there that are better than these 2 bigs right now. But I wanted to give the bigs some love and put them in the top 10. So I got Jokic at 10 and Embiid at 9.
All right. At 9 for me, I got it up and coming. And I feel like they talked about him last night on the All-Star game. And one person goes, in the next 5 years, and they were like, next 5 years? What are you talking about? Now, okay? This dude's a baller, all right? Young man came to the league, and I wish Boston would just go ahead and say, you're our guy, like advertise this guy as such.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mind the 1-2 of him and Jaylen Brown, but just let it be known that the one is none other. Man, what was that? None other than Jason Tatum. This dude potentially he's got the potential to keep ascending up this list. I'm not giving him higher, although I think he will be higher. I think he's got to take over. Like, I just want to see him just become a killer for Boston. Become the late game guy. Become the dagger guy. Become the give me the rock guy. I feel like him and Jaylen Brown are still kind of battling for supremacy there. And the way they're coached is a team focus. He's not better than LeBron. You're such a hater. Yeah, he's my guy coming in at number 9, and I think he ascends even higher next year.
Yeah, I like it. I like Tatum. I love his potential. I love his game. He's a big wing. He can dribble that thing, get to the rim, everything. I would love to see them like progress a little more in the bubble last year. But like you said, they're putting the franchise on his shoulders. He's definitely a guy that I look to, crack my top 10 next year. The only reason is just for the reason that you said. Like his takeover spirit hasn't came in quite yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to see. That he did what 2 years ago. He had that stretch right where he ascended when he made the All-Star game, where he was just tearing it all the way down for a couple months there, going into the All-Star break. So I want that level again, and just put the team on your back. You guys are having injuries and stuff like that. So Jason Tatum, like he's definitely ascended. So I'm not mad at that at all.
Thank you.
Where are we at? 8?
So he's not in your top 10. He was last week for you, wasn't he?
Yeah, I had him at 12. I had him just right outside.
Okay.
So 8, I got Dame. Dame time. Right now is a good time for Dame time at 8. All the guys above him are just above him. But if not, Dame would be a lot higher for me. I love his game. I love his versatility. I love his takeover spirit that we're talking about. Tatum needs right now. All things on his shoulders. It was fun to see him play with other great players during the All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? Like, could you imagine if he teamed up with some of these other teams and just how more awesome he would be?
Yeah,
defenses just aren't focused on him. It was a shame that he got hurt in the bubble. Definitely wanted to see him go all out against the Lakers. But Dame time, his talent is undeniable. So I got Dame at number 8.
All right, no argument there. My number 8 is probably a guy that a lot of people might have higher because he dominates. I'm not going to belittle it. He does dominate, but I'm penalizing him on my list because to me, he's not the late game guy. And until this dude develops a jump shot, unbeknownst to us, going 16 for 16 yesterday in the All-Star game, I just don't have him. I got other guys ahead of him because I feel like these other guys are killers and they're carriers of their teams. And not only that, this team has disappointed us the last 2 years straight. They remind me of the Cleveland Cavaliers when they were winning 60 games in the regular season and they couldn't do anything in the playoffs. So my number 8 is none other than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Number 8. I got 7 guys better than him on my list. I would argue all 7.
You know I'm not a Giannis fan.
No, I know.
But 8?
Yes, because here's why. One of those MVPs I don't agree with. So I know he's a back-to-back MVP winner. One I don't agree with. I think LeBron should have got it. 2, they don't win in the playoffs. He's easy to defend when it counts. So I'm penalizing him for a lack of killer, a lack of takeover. Like when it's time to win games in the playoffs, pack it in. Make him a jump shooter and you beat him.
But technically he's a center in this league. Like he's doing everything that he could. It's the top 25 players in the league.
Yeah.
And you got him before you get to the top 5?
Yeah.
That's
because the guys in my top 5 are just they're do everything and we win too. There's one guy I have above him that hasn't won anything, but he was your guy, and everybody was ready to. And I'm drinking the Kool-Aid on him. But Kobe just said it. He's one-dimensional. Lawrence just pointed out. I don't know about 8, and I think it's debatable. I'm willing to say that, but he said it. Your reasons are rational and valid. That's my only thing. And there's a couple of guys ahead that I think last year, if we did this, I think we probably did. He was higher. I think he was in my top 5. He was in my top 5. But 2 years in a row, man, these guys can't get they can't win. They can't win the big games. And it's because of him. It's because of him.
Here's the thing. Okay. Again, not a Giannis apologist at all. I want his game to evolve. I get it. Everybody else above him has some sort of help, though. Other than the guy that we were talking about, earlier. Other than my guy. Everybody else has some sort of help or are teammates. Got nobody.
Not currently. Everybody else on my list doesn't have help, not currently. And even though they have help, they stand out.
I mean, he's been number one in the East the last 2-3 years in a row.
Regular season champs.
Okay.
But that's why I started by saying I'm penalizing him because of, and that's one of the regular season champs.
Okay.
1 seed.
I get it. Accolade. I get it. Eye test. I get it. But like top 25 players in the league, a lot of people won't have Giannis not in the top 5.
I don't have him in top 5. I got 7 guys that are better.
All right. So 7. So at number 7, I got my guy. I couldn't get him no higher. But I got him here. At number 7, I'm putting Luka. I got Luka.
I'm drinking the Luka Kool-Aid. I got him higher than 7.
I couldn't get him no higher. Jokic, Embiid, Dame, Luka. Everybody else, I could not get him over. I got Luka at 7. Basically, I mean, now talk about a guy that needs help. You understand?
Yes.
Porzingis is not the guy.
Yes.
You traded away Seth Curry, which is a bad move. This guy has no help. Yes. He does it all. He's like, 80, 70% of the whole team's offense between points and assists. And he looks like he's hurt every possession. But he goes up there and balls every single game that resembles help. And y'all gonna make the playoffs every single year. And you got a shot long as the ball is in his hands in the final possession. I couldn't get him no higher, but I got Luka there. I got Luka at 7.
Yeah, I have Luka higher. I'm drinking it. You guys have sold me on Luka. Cause I was hating hard. You guys had Luka ready to make this guy the next great one. He was top 3 last year in bubble ball. You guys were just all over him. I'm drinking the Luka Kool-Aid. He ain't in my top 3. I ain't that stupid, but I got Luka up a little higher. Coming in at 7 for me, I got AD. AD to me, best power forward in the game right now.
Center.
Positionless basketball. My knock on AD, and you've heard me say this, we both agree.
Yep.
Dude's hurt all the time. God, buddy, get it together. Get on LeBron's program. Spend the money. Take care of your body like LeBron does. Because this is not good. Kobe, you should stop hating on LeBron so much. It's sickening. You can't be that bad of it. You just can't. You just can't. Who's your guy? Are you a Kobe guy? You gotta. If you hate LeBron that much, that means you have to be like a Kobe guy or a Kawhi guy. Like who's your guy then? If he's not, LeBron's the man of this generation. I know you're my generation, so we were in school together. So I know I'm a Jordan guy. Are you a Jordan guy? And you hate LeBron like you're from Detroit.
You got the Fuddy Duddy fan club?
I don't know. Like he hates LeBron like he's from Detroit though. Like he hates LeBron like Ralph hates LeBron. like he's a Pistons fan.
Oh man,
Steph's your guy.
Like he gave you 15 in fourth quarter and overtime.
Right. Right. So I'm going AD right here. I mean, it's just that's it for me. It's like the dude's always hurt, and then sometimes it's like, dude, be who you are. Like, be the best player on the floor. Like, just dominate the game. But we all see it when it happens. We know it when we see, like, when he does dominate the game, it is sickening. He's unguardable. There's not a big or a small you can put on him. But, again, I guess this is my penalty section of the top 10. I penalized these two. I didn't like Kobe's trip to Colorado. Jacked up my – oh, Kobe. Oh, Kobe, we're not that show.
Not that show.
Kobe, you're reckless tonight.
We're not that show
You're not that show. Kobe's back. I can't post that with Kobe.
Not that show.
Oh my god!
You
coming in at 7 for me is
AD. So I don't know if you saw this comment. Lauren said I wanted Tatum on the Spurs 3 years ago, but when Kawhi forced his way out, I heard Boston wasn't willing to include him in the deal. Yeah, I mean they saw it.
Yep,
they saw it.
I did miss that. Sorry about that. LP, that was one of the big names in that trade.
Yeah,
and Boston knew. But I remember when we were talking about that, and we both said, "Don't give up Tatum."
Yeah.
Like, whatever you do, don't give up Tatum. And everybody was talking about, the Kawhi piece. Yep. Don't give up Tatum. And now we're seeing why you should not give up Tatum.
Nope. And I do believe that him and Jaylen Brown can coexist. I think it can happen. It's just guys just need to know their roles.
Somebody has to tell them. Like, it's time for them to go pull them two in the room and say, listen.
So you say this is a Brad Stevens problem?
I mean, I'm not gonna knock Brad Stevens. The dude is a great coach. I mean, he did it at Butler. He's doing it in the NBA. You just got to make it clear for these guys. Like, Jalen's the guy. I mean,
Jason.
Yeah, Tatum's the guy. That's somebody's got to say it. And then once they kind of accept it, then we can finally see if this team. Because we've been waiting on this team for years.
Yeah.
Like, when LeBron was in Cleveland, they were making noise with the Cavs, trying to police the young bucks on the block,
Yeah.
So we've been waiting for this team to finally get over the hump. They better get it because that window is going to close, and then we're going to be talking about where is Jason Tatum going next.
Because this is the iteration of the team that they wanted, right? The first, they was rookies going against LeBron. They ain't know no better. They're ascending. Then you get Kyrie. Kyrie brought you down. You had to get him out of there. Then you got Gordon Hayward. Hayward brought you down. You got him out. Now, this is the version of the team that you wanted. This is the version of the squad that you expected to ball with. So you got to ball with this squad. Kimba, is he slowing you down? There's always an issue. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and be the man and ball.
That's it. But Kimba is an issue, though.
Yeah.
Because he's a scoring point guard. If they had a Conley, somebody like that on their team,
mm-hmm.
Woo.
Are they dang, what's my man name? From the Raptors? They're a Kyle Lowry away?
Kyle Lowry, yeah. A guy like that, yeah.
A guy like that?
They need just like a floor general guy.
The Raptors would never trade him to the Celtics.
Game that says, hey, clear out, it's going to Tatum.
Right.
That's it.
All right. 7 I had Luka. 7 you had AD. 6, my last guy, I got AD at 6. So I got him a spot. I got a spot headed than you. All for the reasons that you named and more. The injuries are annoying. When he was by himself, he didn't really ascend the team. He got with LeBron. Now you get the juice, right? LeBron gave you the juice. He gave you the torch. He gave you all the motivational factors to be the man. So he stepped into that. And he became the man, and he did that. You needed that boost. I'm with it. That's cool. Some people need it. Some people don't. His game is well-rounded. He's a big man that can score in all 3 phases of the floor. Defensive guy. Just the other 5 guys that's on top of him are generational talents. The 5 guys that are above them are either freaks of nature or NBA champions.
Okay.
He's one now, but you get my drift.
Yep.
You understand? Yep. All these guys got finals MVPs other than the freaking nature. So I had to he couldn't crack the top 5 for me. I had to put him at 6. All the reasons that you said and more. So I got him at 6.
All right. My number 6 is probably a lot of people he's definitely your top 5 because just how you just categorized your top 5.
Kobe.
But I drank the godly Vince Carter's good. Yeah, okay. Oh, Lauren said Boston needs CP3. That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect. So that's interesting. I guess before I reveal the top 5, they miss Hayward. I'd be interested to hear your thought on that. Because to me, Hayward's a waste.
For his price tag, yes. Like you don't want to put $100 million in a guy who would be third or even fourth in the pecking order if Kimba was Kimba, right? If he's a decent role player, dude that know how to shoot a shot, can, play extra minutes with the second team, can't lose a lead, go out there and get 17 to 22 points a game without
interrupting a six-man.
Yeah, without interrupting the flow of Brown and Tatum, he can be that guy. But he interrupted the flow too much.
Because he shouldn't have been starting. But I get it. Okay. All right. I got you. All right. So, my number 6. He's carrying this team. And I've been waiting on this because this was something that I always thought if they were both healthy, to me, I know everybody, the dude's the greatest shooter of all time. But it was always like you always heard about weakness in game, and they pointed to Steph's weakness of defending guys because there was Kyrie kind of abused him in every finals they played in, and then he was known to kind of get hurt and not have great finals appearances and things like that. This year, to me, has been like my first time where I really feel like he's literally carrying. I think part of that is the fact that Klay's not there. So you're really getting a good, full appreciation for this guy this year, I think more than they have in the past. And part of his one is the Splash Brothers not there, but 2, the team ain't the same. I mean, they just have all the dogs like they had before. So now you're really getting to see how great he is really as a player and not just a shooter. And the only reason he's not in my top 5 is because y'all got me drinking the Luka Kool-Aid, and I got Luka in my top 5. So if it wasn't for Luka, he would be at number 5, but I have him at number 6, and that's Steph Curry. What he did yesterday was ridiculous. But yeah, nah. Look at Kobe said, Dre, you got my vote.
Steph and Giannis not being in your top 5.
Yeah, no, Giannis
is NBA blasphemous. It's utter.
I got Steph at 6.
It's utter. Somebody would say he was drunk.
I am. I'm drunk on the Luka Kool-Aid.
Somebody said you was drunk when you made this list. No Steph, no Giannis.
No Giannis. Definitely no Giannis. I think I've got good reason for no Giannis. Maybe he should be 6 or 7, but I'm comfortable with Giannis at 8. But Steph at 6 because of the Luka Kool-Aid at 5. I'll give you my 5 right now. Luka's at 5 right there before him because you guys got me sold on Luka. Like this dude's a
blame us. So
this generational talent. I'm watching the dude. I'm like, this guy okay.
Don't blame us. This is your list. The list you submitted.
Definitely that I can cry. I'll cry. I don't want to cry foul, and I'll own it. That you guys can kill me for that one. But no Giannis in the top 5, definitely.
Okay. All right, Kobe.
I'm very comfortable with the no Giannis.
I'll be looking for your vote this week, Kobe. I'll be looking for your vote. All right.
Just remember all the Luka love, though. You guys had Luka as a top 5 player.
I got him at 7. I feel like that's the highest I could rationally put him to be.
Hey, I bet we do this list back in Bubble Ball. He's probably at 5 for you.
Back in Bubble Ball.
The way he was winning games and step back 3. I mean, he was ridiculous. And
back in Bubble Ball, maybe my top 5 gets jumbled a little more, but I couldn't do it, man.
My other 4 are cemented. So I don't know that there's any drama to next week, but
whoa. Yeah. All right. So let me make the clip right now. Make sure you go out and vote. Vote right now on whose list looks better so far. Today is week 4 as we go 5 people at a time, 5 players at a time. So we started at 10. I had Jokic at 10, Embiid at 9, Dame at 8, Luka at 7, and AD at 6. And you had
Paul George at 10, Tatum at 9, Giannis at 8, AD at 7, Steph Curry at 6.
All right. Vote. It is
Hey,
time to vote.
Kobe, you're down in Texas. Round up all those Dallas fans. Make sure they vote. Those Luka fans.
Vote. I don't feel like I even have to campaign for a vote. Like, just look at the list. Just look at it. Just look at mine and look at his and just vote what your heart says. You got where's the fight? Where's the
vote what your heart says. I mean, you're playing harp strings this week. I'm gonna let that one slide. I don't gotta say nothing. Just look at the list, man. Just look at the list. Look at the list, and before you vote, listen to the show. Listen to the show. Listen to the rationale. Matter of fact, this is a good. Oh yeah, he's a chef. Okay, so he's a Steph. I lost him once. If Steph's not number one, I'm going to lose him. So you'll lose. He's a fickle voter. Next week when he finds out he's not in your top 2, you're out.
He voted for you.
He's gonna flip back to me once he finds out you didn't put Steph in your top 2. Listen to the show. This is a good time. You can listen to us on YouTube. You can listen to us on Facebook. You can go to Joel Williams, or you can go to Andre Douglas on Facebook. You can go to YouTube at Academy Sports Show. You can go to IG at Academy Sports Show. Also, you can go to Purple Podcast app on iTunes or go on SoundCloud and listen to the show as it gets posted. And go back and listen to the show so you make sure you hear all of the dialogue surrounding the list, know why certain people are in certain spots, so you can be more rational people, like you heard Lauren say. While 8 is tough, I understand your rationale. That's the kind of stuff you gotta really listen for. You got to really listen to it's valid. He makes valid points. So listen for the points. Listen for the support. We'll see what people think. Giannis needs his jump shot. Curry shut him down with defense maker. See, that's why people knock those two. That is true. Curry, the defensive side of the ball, but the dude can still throw up a shot from anywhere. We'll see. Greatest shooter of all time. Everybody listen to the show. Go listen. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you like. We appreciate you guys, as always, joining us and leaving your comments. Hey, don't be afraid while you talking that stuff. Make a list. That's another thing. While you talking that trash, make a list. Some of you already told me personally. I'm not gonna. I probably couldn't name 25 guys like you guys are doing, but you enjoy listening to it, and we appreciate that. But if you got 25 guys here in NBA, make a list. We'll post your list in the story as well.
We'll post your list.
Leonardo, you got to go back and listen. We're not repeating it. Watch for the post.
No.
Watch for the post. Got to vote. Go to my IG page. Go to Dre's IG page. Watch for the post. Make sure you vote.
Hey, he's just going to shut it down? Okay, that's fine.
It's time. What? It's time to...
It's okay. It's all right, Leonardo. I got you, bro. I'm going to post on Facebook this week. I know you probably just on Facebook. I'm going to post on Facebook. We need to. Can you vote on Facebook? I think so.
Yeah, you can vote on Facebook.
Okay. All right. Well, we posted it wherever polls are available. You understand me? We gonna get these votes for this week. All right. So new game. We're gonna wrap it up with the new game between me and Joel, and maybe add a new wrinkle in here. Last year, what reminded me, my Facebook stories told me that we were playing this game last year this time. So I was like, well, huh?
I won too.
I believe you did win. Yeah, I believe you won last year. A player eliminator. So the purpose of this game is me and Joel are going to pick one player per show. All right. And that player has to play before the next show, and their points get accumulated throughout the week. But the catch is you can only pick that player one time until the playoffs. So we're mid-season, air quotation, mid-season. So if I pick Zach LaVine this week, I can't pick him again for the rest of the stuff. So you got to be purposeful in the guy you pick. You got to research your matchups. And I don't think last year we did a thing where we both can't pick the same player in the same game. I don't think we did anything like that, but it never really came down to that. So there's a lot of players. There's a lot of matchups. So for you, the listener, as well, You guys can keep track as well because we'll be keeping track of ours. You pick your player, okay? You can pick your player, and you can say you beat us as well. So you can go online, pick your player. You get to pick that one player. That's it between today's game, and it will end on Sunday next week. And those points that player accumulated for you that week is your score. And then you'll pick another person next week and another person next week. And then by the time we hit the playoffs, whatever your cumulative score is from those players that you got, that is your final score. Who wins, who loses, is up to the player you pick. All right? And like Joe said, he won last year. So as the defending, reigning champion of Player Eliminator, sir, who's your first pick?
First pick. Got to go big. Got to go big, see if I can get off to a big start. I like the schedule coming off the break. 2 soft matchups for you to hopefully dominate.
Okay.
And a tough matchup Sunday before we come on the air again Monday.
Yep.
It's the man, the future legend himself. We've been watching him since he was on YouTube. Unfortunately, somebody needed to get that man a good razor because the bumps on his neck was horrible yesterday. But I'm going with Zion Williamson.
Oh, you're too rich to be having razor bumps like that, Zion. Doggone it. Oh.
So I'm opening it up with Zion. They got the Timberwolves on Thursday. They got the Cavs on Friday.
Which game you picking?
And they got the Clippers on Sunday. It's not a combination of all 3?
Nope, you pick one game. His points for one game.
All right, I'll take his points in the Cavaliers game.
All right, so you're taking Zion.
Whoa. Ooh, wait, the Cavaliers got a rim protector. Is what's his name? Is Karl Anthony Towns still out?
I think so.
Oh, that's it. It's at home. I'll take him against the Wolves.
All right, so your eliminator pick is Zion Williamson. You can no longer use him for the rest of the series, and the points that he accumulates versus the Timberwolves go towards your total.
All right.
My player that I'm picking a Sunday game. I'm picking Jason Tatum versus the Rockets.
Gotcha.
Sunday at 8.
Nice.
So I'm picking Tatum against the Rockets. His points will be my points, and I can never pick him again. All right, so you got Zion versus the Wolves. I got Tatum versus the Rockets. And so while we do our outros and throws and everything like that, if you want to comment your player, go ahead. Tell us which player, which game. And you never pick that player again, and you keep track of your own score. All right, so we appreciate our sponsors here at Academy Sports Show. One being Mr. Mike Vaughn's Plumbing. Both licensed and insured. Vaughn's Plumbing provides top quality services at great prices. Whether it's just getting up the cold water, proofing, or daily home services, we suggest you call the man.
313-304-7786.
VaughnsPlumbing.com. Gives you a map of all the areas that they service as well as the services that they provide. We suggest you call the man.
313-304-7786.
That man right there is a real MVP. Listen, I thought I almost had to call him today, Doc. I clogged that toilet all the way up. In there. Ooh. Ooh. He's a lifesaver, so memorize that number.
He did. He is a lifesaver. I just talked to him today, too.
And if you want to get a hold of the show, academysportshow@gmail.com is the way you want to do it. If you don't know us personally, hit us up on the Gmail, man. If you want to schedule yourself ahead of the show, you want to be a guest, you got something to promote, you got anything in that substance, make sure you hit us up at academysportshow@gmail.com, or you can hit us up personally if you got a topic or anything like that. You want to send us a clip or anything, hit Joel up at JWill02 and me at Dre_ on air on IG, and Academy Sports Show on all of our social medias, which is Instagram, Facebook, and the most important one being YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube right now, give us a thumbs up, like that, follow us, and subscribe to us, and trigger that bell. That way you get a notification every time we go live. And this show would be nothing if it weren't for you and all of your interactions with us. We appreciate everybody that was in the live feed today. All right, brother. Anything else you got on tap?
That's it. Vote.
Vote. All right. So first, what works best for you? Because I figure putting up the vote while we're live makes it better. Like I can't miss the story while we're here. So if I put it up early today, or if I put it up tomorrow at like 8 or 9, not tomorrow, but Sunday at 8 or 9, it'll run into the show. But I feel like if I do it earlier in the week and then we try to go back, I can't get the results. You know what I'm saying?
Simple. Let's keep it to where we can get the results.
This way? Okay. All right. So we'll do it. So there will be a poll up before the show starts. Don't log on to the show without voting. All right. So on behalf of myself, Andre Douglas, Joel Williams.
See you guys next week. Stay healthy. Everybody enjoy your weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday.